Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're in the right place at the right time. Today is Tuesday, and I've got my very good friend and brother on the line. He's in the green room, y'all, and I tell you, he got some good stuff going on. I am so excited, looking forward to talking to him today about what he's got going on and how much we need your help. So, the first thing I want to do is give a shout out. I always like to give a shout out to my mentor, Dr. Hunt. Dr. Hunt and I have been traveling in life together for 30 plus years. And out of the 30 plus years that we have been traveling together, he has been a blessing to both me and my family, as well as I have been a blessing to him and his family. So, one of the importance of talking about my mentor is so that you can understand the value of a mentor, someone that can help navigate through life some of the pitfalls and some of the situations that you get into, how to get in and get out of them. So I encourage you, everybody, excuse me, everybody, to get a mentor, someone that you can count on, someone that you can trust. And then I want you to get a show so you can shout your mentor out, okay? So I want to invite you guys to go over to my website, ask-dr-ron.com. When you get over there, I want you to first notice that you can see every live broadcast right there on the website. You have the ability to watch right there on the website. So I encourage you to go over to the website and click live. You'll be able to see it. You ain't no way you can get lost. Then the next thing I want you to notice is that we have some advertisers. So I have a list of a few of my advertisers here that we're going to talk about. The first one is RRJ Web. If you have a broken website, something that you say that can't be fixed, RRJ Web can take a look at it and help you straighten out your broken website. If you would like to build a website or have a website built, RRJ Web can help you pull whatever creativity that you have in your head right out of your head and get it out into the World Wide Web. So RRJ Web, the name to remember. Synergy, if you are interested in establishing solar panels for your home or business, Synergy can help you do that. They will do an evaluation. They will tell you what's the best way to go, and they will help you become more energy efficient. Port Again Sam. Port Again Sam brings in some of the best wines and spirits from all over the world. And I tell you, when you set up a wine tasting with Sam, you will find your new favorite wine. He's got some new cognac in, some new wine in for the holidays. You don't want to miss your opportunity to get over there before everybody buys up everything. So click on any one of the banners or flyers that are on my website, and it'll take you directly over to every vendor's website. When you get over there, you'll be able to check out what they do. And last but not least, I want to talk about Prince Hunter Financial Group. The Prince Hunter Financial Group, if you're interested in learning about the Forex market, if you're interested in learning about the stock market, they have the ability to be able to teach you how you can make a fortune in the stock market. But you got to start somewhere. So if you have never done the stock market before, he is offering 4 free classes. 4 free classes. All you got to do is tell him you heard about it on the Ask Dr. Ron show, and you'll be able to get your 4 free classes and start that journey to learning how to create a fortune for you and your family. Okay. Well, like I said before, before I do that, Miss Takesha says, "Hey, Dr. Ron, have a great show." Thank you, Takesha, for tuning in. Like I said before, Cortez has been on the show many times before, and not only him, but he has brought his entire cast on the show. He's working on several movie projects for the last couple of years, and he has created several short films. And I tell you, every time I get on the air with him, I always start out asking the first question: "Hey man, when you gonna let me star in your movie?"
It's coming.
Welcome back, my brother, to the show.
I appreciate it, sir. How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm still glad to be alive. That's my testimony. I'm sticking to it. You know, um, I got to tell this story. Cortez sent me a text 2 days in a row on last week, talking about vote for me and I'll set you free. And I'm like, they did that one already. But then I realized he really wanted me to vote for something. Then I skimmed over. I said, well, he must want to be, president of the House or something, because he pressing awful hard to get these votes. And then he looked at me like I was really crazy. Now, y'all don't know this about Cortez, but Cortez don't cuss. I cuss. He almost cussed that day. I almost got him to cuss. But Cortez has got some really good stuff going on where he needs everybody's support. So after we got through laughing, he and ha ha, I said, well, let's do a show. The deadline is coming up on this week, so let's see if we can stir up some folks to want to support you and participate with what you got going on. Now, before we get into that part of it, man, why don't you tell them about yourself for first time viewers?
Oh my goodness, that's the most difficultest part. Appreciate being on. Cortez is just a simple, cool dude. That's all he is in a nutshell. Everything else is based off, just fulfilling some heart's desire, dreams, and goals, to match the personality and the dude. But other than that, man, it is just staying focused and keeping it all simple. That's basically me in a nutshell, man.
Yeah, but you more than that, man. You've been making movies and short films, and man, you put me together with a young lady that's a member of one of your cast that I hadn't seen in years. Man, all of a sudden she showed up as one of your cast members, and I'm like, what? So you've got a lot going on, doing table reads. You got people coming together, and the one thing I will say about what you do, there's a right and a wrong way to approach how this business is. And if you want people to pay you some attention, you have to do, what the right way. You just can't go out there and get 2 strings and put it on 2 cans and say, okay, that's your audio, let's do this. You got to be able to, know the technology behind the scenes, how that stuff works. And you are that person.
Oh my goodness, there you go, starting rumors. Listen, live on air. I I only know what I know while yet still learning.
Okay.
Uh, and a lot of that part because what I do as far as film, I'm not privileged to do it full time. I still work with a family, so I have to get around to it when I have to, when it's convenient, making sure the home front is good, and then into these journeys while still planning other things, still being called to assist in many video spaces from birthday parties to weddings and all these things, and still at the same time planning my next film move. Um,
Mm.
so I'm always open minded and versatile and trying to make everything work. Because realistically, I don't have a film team. So when I'm doing these projects, I have to really ask God to send me people to help get at least one particular short film out the way, something to get done, and hopefully build upon that relationship to get into the feature film. So into a feature film done. But but then I've learned, you know, everybody ain't on your page when you may be doing similar things, but everybody's not on your page. And sometimes it's just an unfortunate thing that we talk about unity and doing things together, but again, everybody want their name at the top and in the front. And in most cases, you ain't even got to see my name.
Yeah. Now let's talk about how many feature films you have completed up to date.
Up to date, only one.
Okay. And then how many short films have you done up to date?
Short films, four.
Okay. But yet you have won so many awards. So when I talk to you, I know I'm talking to an award winning, filmmaker. Now let's talk about that. How does that happen? You had to do something special for some organizations to acknowledge you. And I saw you in one of your pictures. What is that, an Oscar or a Grammy or something? What did you do to deserve that?
Gratefully, that there are some people who quietly support, what I'm doing in my workspace, and they were attached to somebody who knew, were attached to the Oscar statutes. So just as an encouragement and investment into my film journey, they gave it to me.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and that's actually an Oscar, but it's a real replica. The thing about it is that to not cause any confusion, my name is not on it because I didn't win anything. That was just a something to sow into the journey, knowing that uh, one day I'm gonna be in a room, and it gets closer and closer because here's another thing that's quiet. I'm a member of the Academy Motion Pictures, where um, I'm
Were
invited
they
to a lot of.
wait a minute? Were they discriminate against people of the same color as you and I? That same one there.
Yes, but see, it all depends on how you look at it. I ain't got nothing personal with the Oscars. And my
Uh,
whole thing, even with the Oscars, really just being an atmosphere in a room of the greatness. See, there's those who got the issue, but there's people like, the Steven Spielbergs and all these great film directors. It would be good to just give them a fist pound, be like, man, you were a great inspiration from Spike Lee to all these greats who doing their thing. And that's the only reason why the Oscars make sense to me because I'd just rather be in the room. It's a journey to get into the Oscar nomination category. But let me tell you something. Next year, I done found and got myself attached to all of the Oscar qualifying film festivals. So I'm quietly working on a couple of shorts to get them submitted early because those festivals are the real ones when they like expensive.
yeah. Now, generally, you win some type of when you win the plaque or the trophy. Don't they give you a stipend to go along with that as well?
I mean, yeah, if you're on the majors.
Okay.
And when you get to the majors, we're talking about the Tribeca, the Sundance, all them, they give you the huge thing. Uh, but your stuff got to be quality.
Right.
It's just not. I'm submitting. and then it have to be of substance. You know, we
Mm-hmm.
just can't put what's the name of one of them films? Uh, 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 to be a menace in society, you can't submit that to that. I'm not throwing a classic film under the bus, but if
Uh,
you look, it has went from all these where it used to be to now. If you look at stuff, the foreign film festival, the foreign man, they are doing some amazing stuff. So there's a lot of competition now.
right.
So
Now, I noticed you didn't mention anything about the Black Film Festival because they have a series of those as well. So, I know they acknowledge our own more than some of I'm just going to call them Jewish organizations, because that's pretty much what they are, But the Black Film Festivals, they acknowledge people like yourself more. And I know they do them in all across the country. I know they used to do them all across the country. I don't know if they still do or not, So, how do you feel about the Black Film Festivals?
they still huge. We're talking about the AAFL, the American Black Film Festival. We're talking about the AFI Fest. We're talking about uh, Martha's Vineyard. Uh, it's so many. The Bronze Lens Film Festival. Yeah, there's still some in the Canadian Toronto. Yeah, there's still black operated. Still, we're talking about quality and content. And an
Mm,
unfortunate thing about our festival, because my first film, What About the Children, that came out in 2014, and I can understand a little bit of the quality. But when I got to Bobby the short film, I submitted a lot to black film festivals, and I kid you not, out of all the awards, I may, I may have become a honorable mention and maybe a semi-finalist in the ones that did accept my film, because you got to think what we're portraying now.
mm-hmm.
We're not, unfortunately, we're not really on the positive family side. We try in some
Mm-hmm.
films, we're not telling the uh, Star Wars type stories, the DC comics. We're not into that as a black film, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what's making all the big nomination from the BAFTA to the European. You know, I'm not knocking any. That's they are the other one is the NAACP.
All right.
Is another award show that I supposed to work on 2 weeks called the Hopper Awards, which is
Mm-hmm.
all black. Man, all I'm looking at next year, those are places I would be in the building.
All right
I just
now.
to get my quality up.
Okay. Now, speaking of quality, so gauging, I'm sure you have evolved from where you started from. And I remember years ago when I was on behind the camera looking, putting projects together. Before the age of digital came along, um, it was 35 millimeter. And then they had for, uh, what we used to call industrial films was 16 millimeter. So, with the age of digital in play, what do you call, some of the quality step up? So, you're just using 16 millimeter as an idea. I don't know if you ever used 16 millimeter, or even looked at a 16 millimeter, but even going from 35, they still say 35 is industry standard right now, But what do you think is a gauge of quality technology to get you there?
Well, I look at anything current, 4K, HD, but it all depends on what you're shooting. Coloration, story. Even if you got a good cast, it still can make a difference. But the most important thing to me is which I'm still in the process of grooming myself in is the editing. You can
Yeah,
take
post production is a
right,
monster. Whew.
right. So you
Yeah.
can have some of the best shots, but if your editing is terrible, it defeats the purpose, or it can be the opposite. You have terrible shots, but if your editing is good, it can win you over. Um, and the way things are being shot now with through phones, it's so much easier, But once again, even in film festival submissions, I'm very careful who I submit to because I know it's gonna be. I ain't wasting my money, and when I know I don't do
Mm,
animation, so I'm not submitting on the animation, horror, all those things. So I got to
right,
find what each film fits.
right. Gotcha. So you're using 4K when you shoot now? Is that what you're using?
I use my phone.
Oh my God. All right, which phone is better than the other one? Let's go down that road. Is it
Go down the
Android
road.
or Mac?
So far, one of my short films, Split Image, was shot with an Android. But two music videos and all my other stuff like weddings, birthday parties, I done with this iPhone 12.
Wow. I've heard stories like that. Cell phones are stepping up as far as being used for projects now. I've heard that. But now let me ask you a technical question. So how do you get all of that footage? Like say you're doing a wedding. Now you out there shooting all day. And now how do you get it downloaded into an editing platform to be able to clean it up?
Easy. It depends on if it's your laptop or it's your desktop or whatever you use. One way I do it is I email it as an iCloud link to my email and download it, and it's still the quality.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just learned something, y'all. Not that I'm gonna be out there doing weddings. I've evolved from that, man. I used to do weddings. I used to lug equipment around so much, man. Oh my God. I said I would never do another wedding, never do another concert. I am not trying to do it, okay? Because it's just hard work lugging equipment and then getting set up. And then one of the hardest things, which I'm sure you don't have to worry about with a cell phone, is syncing up audio with video.
I have a mic attached to my. I have a whole
Yeah,
gadget with a light, microphone that picks up, and it's grateful that I don't carry nothing but a bag in my tripod.
technology.
That's what
Man,
I'm
technology. See, I'm old school. See, I remember lugging all that stuff around.
Me too.
Back in the day, man, it was, ooh, Lord. You know, I remember when we were talking about 35 millimeter, which I know some movies are still calling that industry standard. But I remember when they used to send that stuff out to get it developed every day. They used to call it dailies. They had to wait on the film to come back before they can finish finally shooting the scene that they started 2 days ago. So that's how hard it was back in the day. And I used to be on the sets with a lot of stuff, man. I'm like, man, I need to get out of this. The food was good, but hanging around the set all day, oh man, it can wear you out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, one of the reasons why we're here today is because you have submitted two of your projects to a festival. Let's bring up some information about that. Um, and this is, the website. We're gonna give you an opportunity to give them the link so that they can go to this website. But on this website, as you can see, one of his films has his name right there, Cortez Mack, Splitting Image. And then he has several others on this website. How many of them you got on here? Two, three,
Two.
two? Okay.
Yes.
So the movies are listed on the side here where you can click on them and then cast your vote. So
hmm
now people go to this. It's the 2023 Bashula Film Festival. Did I say that right?
Is Beazler? It's an
Beasler.
acronym for Black Entertainers and Sports Lawyers Association.
Okay.
And
All
these are
right.
heavy hitters in the film and television industry.
Okay. And this was a film. Well, two of them you submitted, and I know I'm from Chicago, so I'm used to voting more than once. So it was real easy for me to vote for both of your films. Chicago. For those that live in other places, you're famous for voting more than once in the same election. But this is one of the films that I want to hit the play button and let you get a chance to see, what he's working with here, and what he's putting together that he submitted for this project. You want to walk us through it?
Well, this is one of the short films called Split Image, and this is a story about a father-son relationship. And it's a film dedicated to fathers and sons across the world. The story is about a son watching his father, go through his early morning ritual and doing everything he does, from waking up and exercising. But the whole idea is that the father being an example to his son. And then at the end of it, we see a collage of sons and fathers. Um, and the beauty of this film, not only did this film and the other one, Bobby, which is about mental illness awareness, these were nominees out of hundreds of films, but now we're in a process of elimination. All these films you see now in this category have been nominated to be seen in front of BET execs. And right now, for BET distribution on all their platforms. So they're taking the top 4 or 5 films, to actually get in the room to be viewed by the BET executives. And right now we're the at one point we was in second and third. Now we are fourth and fifth.
Hmm.
But I'm just grateful that as it looked like, and the deadline is on the 19th. It looked like we're going to get both of them in the room, and which is a good thing. And again, just being in the room, even though it'll be an awesome thing to get to distribution based off the message, again, the content. This is a positive story about father and son relationship. No profanity, and is more so imagery than dialogue. And I wrote it
Mm-hmm.
this way on purpose, so we can see the son watching his father this morning, from time to breakfast, and how
Mm-hmm.
the father prays for his son, to come back home. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but this particular film last year was qualified to be submitted to the Canadian Screen Awards,
Mm.
and with that, uh, that takes this film to a whole nother spectrum. That now that this film have opened doors to know that Cortez name is in Canada, in the Canadian screen world, the BAFTA now. So
Mm-hmm.
now it's an easy, I ain't gonna say real easy, but it's notable. And see,
Mm-hmm.
everybody don't get that.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. That's a beautiful thing. So it's mostly instrumental behind the film, but it's just we're just noticing the interaction,
Mhm.
between a father and a son starting their day together. Who did the music? You did the music?
Now the music was come up through the DP on it, which is George Burton, and it was directed by my guy David Walker. And both of them won for this film. David won for best director, and George won for best editor. And this was a film that was shot by his Android.
Mm. Y'all in these androids and these phones, boy, that's way too much technology up to date. Mr. Keisha said very inspiring. I heard various places. Uh oh, I think we lost Y'all bear with me 1 second while we get Cortez back on the line here. Cortez, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you got to hit the camera button again. Okay, he hit the wrong button. Y'all stand by 1 second. We getting Cortez back. Something happened. His signal dropped out. I don't know. Maybe his battery died. I don't know. He been shooting too many films with his phone, and he ain't. He ain't. Are you there?
Yeah. I
There
don't know
you
what.
go.
Sorry, I don't know what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah,
But
yeah. I got you.
as you can
Yeah.
see towards the end, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, Mr. Keisha. I was reading what Mr. Keisha was saying. Very inspiring. I share various places. I will vote as well. Congratulations. She also said, I love the music, the little bit I heard. Yeah, I cut the music off because I wanted everybody to hear his dialogue about the film and how it came about. But I also want you to be able to talk to people on what they do when they go over to the website and how to go about doing this. So you started to say something when your phone call dropped out. What happened?
Um,
You forgot what
I
you was
think
gonna
I,
say.
I think I was saying the last thing I recall saying was this was shot by Android. That the director David Walker won for best director, and the DP George Burton won for best editor.
Okay.
And the way I love to bring people on, and I'm not literally bragging, but I'm thankful. This was the first award.
Okay.
People, I try to encourage people, and I'm not saying um, that if you touch Cortez, gold happens. But I rem- man,
Yeah. I don't know what happened. Your image dropped out. I hear you though. You still there?
yeah, I'm still here. I'm sorry,
Okay. There you
but
go.
I apologize. I I tell people that, or I share with people that every time the film wins, I share the awards with them.
Gotcha. 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 Now, all these pictures that are popping up towards the end of the film are these people that you know, families that you know, have interaction with, never met before.
Well, all the above. Um, the director, we came up with the idea of just having fathers submit pictures with their sons to create
Okay.
that collage image. Like I know this family who's showing now,
Mm-hmm.
and we wanted to show this globally of the
Okay.
image of fathers and sons, since we always wanted to come from a negative space with this.
Right.
Uh, so when we first did the screening, we did a Zoom with all the fathers, or majority of the fathers that were on the screen. And we had about 20, 25 gentlemen. And when I tell you, these gentlemen opened up about a lot of unhealed spaces that they either had with their fathers or didn't get a chance to grieve because of the loss of their father or their sons, it really went to a whole different place, because men sometimes, even though we see something like this, we still see the boy in us that never got the attention from our fathers. And that was
Absolutely.
part of the thing that kind of really got a lot of the grown men, because they wanted to be able to grieve the loss or something they didn't have or they get from their father. And sometimes it was, at times it was due to death. Because
Mm-hmm.
when people pass away, they tell men to suck it up, and we don't allow them to grieve.
Right.
So it opened up a lot of spaces.
Absolutely. So now I want to make space right now for you to be able to tell people where they can go to this website and be able to look up your information in order to be able to cast a vote. Now, it was real simple. I did it. I mean, after I fussed at him and told him, man, you got to call me. Just don't be sending me no texts and stuff, man. You got to call me. If you want me to do something, call me. And he defused me. I love this brother because he do it all the time. He defused me and say, I'm still learning. And I'm like, okay, what can I say after that? All right, you know, but tell them the process if you don't mind, please.
Well, one of the easiest ways, to be honest, if you're on like Facebook, it's on my Facebook page. The link is there. Um, if not, you can go to Google and type in Odd Pop, AUDPOP, and they have a website. And then on that website, there's a link that will say either voting or submission voting, something like that. You will click on that, and then you will see all the films. There should be a list of 27 films. We are in the spots. Currently, we're in the spots of fourth and fifth, and you get to vote. Like today, if you vote today, you can go back on the 19th and vote again. They give you
Okay.
like a day or two to go back and vote. But I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but at this space,
Hmm.
you will go and vote at least twice. Um, and I think at this we're in a comfortable place to at least be in a room. So any vote counts is appreciated. And please feel free to share. You can copy the link and send it in your text group or your email group, and just tell them there's a little dude that you know with glasses.
There you
He
go.
doing that.
So
He
if
do
they
the
if they if they opt to go to just the Google it and can they go up here to one of these tabs and find you and or no?
Well, if you do go, I'm not quite sure because unfortunately I don't have to go that far.
Hmm.
They directly send all the filmmakers the link, and this what
Gotcha.
came up. So when this came
Gotcha.
up, we were able to scroll. But even if it's a place where you can search, you can just type in Cortez Mack,
Cortez Mack. Yeah.
Cortez, last name Mack, Mack, and
Okay.
my
It
film
should
should come
pop
up.
up. Good, good, good. Well, now that I know I can go back and vote 4 more times between now and then, I will do so. But I just wanted to give you the opportunity to encourage people to where to find it, how to participate in supporting you and what you do, because this is very important. No matter, some people may not understand that this is something you do as a ministry, as a project, because you got a regular 9 to 5. Matter of fact, you still at work right now. You doing overtime to do this. Yeah, I said it out loud so your boss in the other room can know. But, you are, devoted to this. You're committed to this. And you're doing this. I was hoping to be able to see the movie Bobby on here, but I don't see it in the list. And I was going to give people an opportunity to take a look at that. Let's see, as creator, discover open projects, apply for premium status. Let's try this. Let's see what happens if we go over there. See, I'm trying to be high tech, y'all. I might not be as high tech as I need to be, but nope, that didn't work.
You,
Yeah,
I think
okay,
you better go back to the home page
to the home page. Okay,
and, and scroll
all
down.
right. Scroll down.
Let's see, I can't see.
Let's see. Let's take this out. Create. Let's see. Video submission software. Video creator community. Odd Fest. Odd News. Okay.
You haven't had the opportunity to see this page because again, we go
Yeah, yeah,
straight
yeah,
to.
yeah. No, I got you. Me neither. This is my first time too. But we discovering it together. How about that?
All right.
Video contest film challenges.
I will
Try
see
that
your
one.
property. Yeah. Does anything come
No,
up on that one?
no,
Uh,
nope,
well,
nope. Video
it
company.
should be a place where you can Uh,
Search.
search.
I'm looking
The
for it
top.
now.
Anything at the top?
Let's see. Video library. Nope. 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 That ain't it. Let's see. Let's go all the way to the bottom and see if there's a search in here somewhere. Da-da-da-da. Nope, nope. Y'all, this is real, y'all. See, we doing a search right on live broadcast, trying to make sure we tell y'all how to go find this stuff because we want you to find it and support. Okay, license the best short films on the planet.
No,
No,
no, I don't think that'll be it.
no.
There's no.
Video creator
Uh,
community, but it's no search here. You know, you click on it, there's nothing to click on. Okay. All right, well, we're not going to keep searching for something that we can't find. All right, so you all get the idea. You can go over there, and it might be that because I got it cropped down that you might not be able to see everything on the site. But once again, tell them where they can find you on Facebook again.
on Facebook, I'm the Cortez Mack. That's it, and I'm the only
Okay.
one.
And
So
if they
that's easy.
email you, because your email information is right here too, they can
Yeah.
email you at Yahoo, and then you can send them to link to participate. Now, this is very time sensitive, y'all. Don't look at this show next year in 24 talking about I'm finna vote for him now. You gotta do it now. You gotta do it now. This is 2023. His two submissions are what?
Bobby and Splitting Image.
Okay, those are the two submissions that he has in this festival. So when you get the link directly off of Facebook, it'll take you to both of them, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and then you can click I want to vote. They're gonna ask who you are, so don't be afraid. They're not gonna send a summons team to your door to knock on you and say we finally got you because you ain't paid your student loans. They're not gonna get you. This is all about the film. It ain't got
Yeah.
nothing to do with trying to catch you up. Okay, we trying to support our brother. And we as people of color, black, African American, brown, whatever you go by this week, we have a bad reputation of not supporting one another. We got that reputation. Well, we're going to prove it wrong with this. We're going to support our brother. We're going to help him get to where he needs to get. That's the whole reason why I offered to bring him on the show today at this time to be able to ask you all for your support. So make your best plea, brother. I'm pleading for you, but you need to make your best plea.
Listen, I appreciate this platform and sharing the links to the film festival, which is the Beasley Film Festival attached to BET. Uh, I admonish, encourage everybody who's listening, watching to go on the website Oddpop AUDPOP, or just if you're attached to Facebook, just go on Cortez Mack Facebook page because the link is there, and I continue to share it and just vote, and share with your family, friends, and even on your platforms and your networks, and it's really a great opportunity, not just for me and the films, but to get some positive short films out there that can cause discussion within your families to bring healing and reconciliation regarding mental illness and father and son relationship. We need those. We're showing too much brokenness within our families. Somewhere down the line, we gotta, as I've been saying lately, we gotta grow up and deal with face a lot of stuff that we refuse, and stop living in this unrealistic fantasy that we don't need each other. I'm okay, instead of just dealing with the things, dealing with the places that we're lost. And this is what these two films is showing. It's rare do we talk about mental illness in our black films. instead of just calling everybody crazy. So vote. And the beauty of it is that it's an opportunity to be on multiple BET platforms, streaming their channel, their news page. And it's something, again, to cause discussion within the families because we all need, whether we want to accept it or not, we all need some form of healing within ourselves and within our families in order for us to all be okay.
Yeah,
So I
you're
appreciate
absolutely
you.
right. Yeah. Mr. Keisha said, great show. Congrats again, Cortez Mack. I think she's hanging in there for the whole thing. Go ahead on, Mr. Keisha. Now, Mr. Keisha is a person that everybody needs to know, too. I got to give her a shout out right quick. Mr. Keisha's been hanging in there. She's been making comments throughout the whole show. And she supports. She is a supporter of you. You met her during the play that you were doing with my guest last week, Miss Beverly LaRue, along with Michael Bart Matthews. They were all working together on that project, which you had your cell phone out recording, evidently. Oh man, you know, and Mr. Keisha is definitely a who's who and a person you need to know. Everybody needs to know that name. If you see her name, Google her. Find out who she is for real, for real. So, got to give her a shout out because she's here. And anybody that comes on, I always give them a shout out if they're worthy of such. So, now definitely with that speech you gave, there's no excuse why you shouldn't climb up places between now and Thursday, right? That's Thursday, right?
Yes, sir.
So you're in the game. So it ain't like you got to get him out of last place to get him up in the top 10. He's already in the game. He just need a little bit more help to get there. Now, is there, what are the prizes, that you can win for being a participant in this? I know you just mentioned viewing on all their platforms. Are there other prizes associated with it? Will they back you as far as like, okay, we want to sponsor your next 10 projects or something like that?
Well, as of right now, the ultimate winner gets BET distribution on the platforms. So that's
Gotcha.
the prize. However, being in a room with multiple people in film and television, you never know how that's going to go. I can
Gotcha.
imagine interviews, potentially partnerships on film projects or other outlets and resources, but what's offered is just the distribution. But I don't limit just that because again, being in a room with all these, and I've met some of these people because I've been a supporter of Beasley for the last 5 years. I've been to one of their multiple of their get-togethers and uh, um, functions, parties, all these things in Chicago. But these people are real. They're very supportive, and they have a real good idea to help put good content, uh, good content connected to these platforms, and being connected to BET itself is awesome. In that the way we see the content with BET now,
Mm-hmm.
aka the BET Awards,
Right.
but but it's no real shade thrown. But again, I'm on the positive side of family, especially with this generation of young people who need some real mentorship and guidance. So I pray that even being in the room, there's going to be a phone call to say we like what we got. Even BET didn't do it. We'll take it over here to Netflix. We'll take it over here because these people are connected to Netflix and Hulu for real. I'm talking about up
Right.
there.
Right,
So
right, right, right. I got it. I just figured out why you haven't allowed me to be in one of your films yet. I had an interview with another filmmaker who does animation, and after the interview was over with, he called me up and he said, "Man, I want you to play a role in my animated series." He said, "I want you to be the villain." I was like, Nah, I just figured out because you just got through saying you do family positive stuff. I'm like, you ain't got no villains.
Oh my goodness.
Now I understand.
Oh my goodness. I just
Yeah,
did. It's all good. I got you.
you got me? All right. Now,
Got
if anybody else wants to work with you in conjunction with you, you're open, right? To talk to people, to help people with their projects. All right. So all they have to do is reach out to you. There's your email information right there on the
you.
screen,
Yes.
right underneath your name. Now, is Cortez Mack a stage name or is that your government name?
Government.
Man, you just all out there for real.
Mm-hmm. I ain't got none of that. It's, I ain't got none of
Well,
that.
sometimes people have stage names, so that's why I asked that question. Yeah.
I ain't on the stage.
So you ain't on
I'm on,
stage?
I'm on a world platform.
I know that's right, brother. Well, we got about 5 or 6 minutes left in this broadcast. So did we get a chance to talk about everything that you wanted to talk about, on this show? Because this was kind of short notice, but I know you know how to wing it.
Well, the only thing I can say is once again, appreciate it. Look forward to 2024 with multiple films out. I didn't get opportunity to do my feature films in the last several years due to various reasons. But getting back in production for my Christmas film that we're shooting in Kenosha in December, and we're gonna be rolling through that through the winter. Um, and all what you said about the awards, it's not just films. I mean, it's been movie teasers, scripts, songs, um, goodness, movie posters. So I have a variety of film work out here, many different facets. So that's where all those come from. But still, I've only done one feature film, four short films, three is currently circulating in various communities, screened at churches, libraries, park district, bringing the families together. And I'm not bragging or anything, but to watch families reveal stuff to each other based off watching these films and apologize, heal and hug, and move on to heal together. Man, it blows my mind. We had a dinner table. It's about the family disconnect. Why we don't sit at the table no more. And I've shown that one the most in the last month. And I tell you, what churches are starting to do is starting to go back to mentoring young ladies and showing them how to cook. Showing, and it's not about this idea of slave and all that stuff. It's just most women, most young ladies don't even know how to cook no more. There's gentlemen in park districts who are starting to do like uh, hands-on, like painting, maintenance
Mm-hmm.
type things to these young cats, showing them how the cats know how to cut grass. They're bringing
Yeah.
that back based off of 9-minute films, man. And
Wow.
I'm watching, I'm just in tears. I mean, my wife had the opportunity to minister to young single moms and let them know, y'all great, y'all doing a great job. Stop looking at it as a man. I'm watching this almost every other week, so
Absolutely.
I'm blown away. And I hope that even the films are on YouTube. You know, feel free to use them at home, watch them. Uh, 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 and let it do what it's supposed to do, heal families.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you, man.
Hey, man, it's all about love. Beverly LaRue just popped in. She said, "Hey, Dr. Ron," and I know you just did she was on the show last week this time. So I know you just worked with her on her play on last week. So we just mentioned her name. So she just popped on to say hi. So, man, look, let me tell you something. I believe in what you're doing, and I have to support those that have a purpose in doing what they're doing. And I tease you all the time about coming on one of your films, but it ain't even really about that. It's not even about that at all. It's about supporting you, lifting you up, and your crew. And even though you ain't got a crew, but your cast and the folks you work with, everybody that comes together to make it happen, they're very important, and they need to know that they're important. So I try to celebrate you as much as I can, and we'll do it again. I ain't got no problem bringing you on, talking about you, you know. So we got about a couple of minutes left. Always ask 2 questions. First question: will you come back and see me again?
Yes, sir.
Good, good, good. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And the last question is: what would you like to leave with the people before you leave today?
Listen, the best thing to the people, the best thing you, me, all of us can do is enjoy life. There's nothing in this world that causes us to be too stressful not to enjoy the life that we were blessed to have.
I know that's right. Very powerful.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Now, right quick, one more time, so that they can go vote. This is very important. Give them the Cliff Notes version of where to go vote at.
Best place and easiest place, go to Facebook, type in Cortez Mack, even if we're friends or not, go on my page, and you will see the link where you'll be easy to click on versus going to the website. So Facebook, or you can email me at my email, jkbu2003, and I will email you the link. Appreciate it,
Absolutely.
bro.
Thank you, man. I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it, man. I appreciate all that you do, and you stay encouraged. Don't give up. I know last week you were telling me that you were at a group outing where men were mentoring, and I'm just so proud to know you. You just do so much that people don't know about. So I just, hey man, I just want to keep you lifted up and encouraged. You keep up the great work.
Yes, sir. Now see y'all on the red carpet, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look, I want to invite you guys to come out tomorrow on Wednesday, Street News Now. Come and check me out every Wednesday live on Street News Now at noon, where I give you news commentaries and all of the information about what's going on in the world. You don't want to miss that. Also, join me each and every Saturday from the desk of Dr. Ron, where I give you what's on my mind. I give you good, sound advice that you guys can use going forward. All right. And I want to thank each and every person that have made donations and contributions. This is all the ways that you can make donations and contributions to the show. Thank you so very much. Keep up the good work. I invite you guys to subscribe, like, and share. Please subscribe, like, and share. And I look forward to seeing you guys again on tomorrow. Don't miss the show. You guys take care. You be safe. I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it.